Good morning, everybody, and once again, welcome back in today's class, day number 5 of our class. Yesterday, we started the new topic, new step, I can say, not topic, new step, I can say, that is called elicitation and collaboration. And I missed your question that what is domain knowledge pertaining to service now? The reason because not everybody in this group is from the ServiceNow ecosystem, but let me tell you, when we say domain knowledge, it is two-folded here. Number one, the client you are working in which domain they are expert, they have a business. It can be like a telecom, it can be finance, healthcare, insurance, retail, or I can say manufacturing, research. So that is called the domains one. I know that it is very tough for us to get this domain knowledge that how the telecom industry work. But if possible, we can understand or we can read about that what is this particular concept, because this course is not from the perspective of the service now. This course is that if you want to be a BA in any of the industry, then what you need to be do, what you need to be know. So this is, let's say I'm a BA, but I'm a BA for the credit cards and payment. What is the credit card terms? How it be used? What is the meaning? That is called the domain knowledge. But in our domain, we are working in the service now. So service now means you should have that how this platform has been built up, how this platform has been working, how this platform what products are, what are the products available in this platform, how they are working with each other, how they're mapped with each other, what is the basic functionality of this product, their components. So that is, I can say, the domain knowledge, because you will be the front face for the customer and you cannot say every time, hey, sorry, I need to be go and check with my technical team that what is meaning of this particular stuff. One or two cases, it's still okay. But for every case, if you start saying that, sorry, I have to be checked with my technical team, then you are not the BA. So this is what about the domain knowledge. Okay. Now, what is the next step? So yesterday we saw that under the collaboration or elicitation and collaboration, the first step was to prepare for elicitation. Now the day has been come. Means you are going to be get the requirement. Conducting actual thing you are doing now. So what everybody says that BA only get the requirement. This is what the section now came here. To conduct the elicitation, there are three types: collaborative, research, and experiment. Collaborative says, that is this topic mean elicitation and collaboration. Collaborative means when you directly interact with your stakeholders. Like in our case, this is a collaborative approach. Why? Because you are directly depend on me. You're directly interacting, sorry, not depend, you're directly interacting with me to get experience, expertise, and judgment. First, and this is very common and mostly used approach: research, which involves systematically discovering and studying the information. Means I want to become a BA. I start reading some blogs. I start following some YouTube videos. I start reading. I'm part of some kind of community where you yourself discovering it and bringing the information. You're not relying on my experience, that experience. No, you believe that you can get the information from the multiple sources, but not directly involved with the stakeholder. But yes, you can reach out to me for your query. Only query, nothing else. Okay. Or you can see the previous results. And last is experiment. Involves identifying information that could not be known without some sort of controlled test. Means sometimes there's some information which you cannot get from the reading the documents. Like telling a lie is a bad habit. Okay, that's fine. It is written in the documents. But how you will get that information? By doing the experiment. So that is what it says. Very less, but this is used somewhere in the medical and the research areas, where more than documentation, the experiments work. And then you discover the new stuff. It is kind of a research. It is kind of a POCs, modeling, prototyping that you do to conduct that elicitation. So what it includes? It says elicitation activity plan, which we got from the previous one. And here we are going to be conduct the elicitation. What is important here in the elicitation? What is the main element here under this part? Number one, the first element you have to be considered while conducting the elicitation is that guide elicitation activity. Means before you kick off your workshops, before you kick off your requirement gathering, you should tell to the stakeholders, guys, this is the goal and agenda of this particular workshop. This is the scope of this particular workshop or this particular change. We are here only to be discussed about the business analysis part. Goal to give you the basic information and close this topic. So number one is guide elicitation activity. What of the other ways or what are the other types of output we'll be getting from this particular part? Might be after conducting this elicitation, we can conduct surveys. We are able to conduct some kind of a form. We are able to conduct some kind of a notification. We are able to conduct some kind of a quality things. That is what the thing means. Before you kick off, you are setting up a stage by putting guide of elicitation activity, so that people who are available in this activity should not think beyond, should not go beyond that scope. Also, who will provide this information to me? If I stuck, let's say I'm gathering information about the integration. Who will provide me the information that what is the source of integration? It's AD, Azure, LDAP. What is the source? Who will provide this? Is Angela is the right person? Is Joseph is the right person? Shamila is the right person? Or Vidusha is the right person? So these are the guiding stuff. Once you guide it, so like before starting when we start this class, what I say, today we are going to be discuss this topic. That is the scope of this change. And then I'll start sharing my knowledge. That is actually conducting the elicitation and asking the questions. Guys, do you have this idea? That is what? Looking for the information. So once you guide it, then you conduct the elicitation outcome. That what will be the next outcome for this one? Because this is all about getting the requirements. So the next part says here outcome. Sometimes what happened, not sometimes, it's mainly what my experience says, that when we conduct the elicitation or when we conduct these workshops, it is not only one time, it is in the sequence, in the series. It can be iterative or it can be, mainly it is the iterative one. One session, second session, third session, now it's get closed. In every session, we add more and more and more agenda items and discuss with our stakeholders. Sometimes few sessions or sometimes the sessions get parallelly as well. Like I'm implementing a project for my customer and my customer purchased 5 modules: incident, change, problem, request, and knowledge. Now I'm not the only one BA. There are 5 other BAs as well. One is for incident, one for change, one for problem. So all the sessions can be conducted in the parallel as well. Or it can be done in the sequence as well. If only one BA are there. So first he will conduct incident, then he will conduct for change, he will conduct for problem, then request, then knowledge. So it depends that how the sequencing, how the sessions will be done, that depend on what you are going to be do. What is the scope of the change? I'm not saying scope of the requirement. I'm saying scope of the change. Change I'm picking up from the BACCM perspective. Change come because there's a need. So you cannot say that this is the need. This is what I'm looking for, the output as expected output. So that is the change you're looking for. So based on the scope of the change, we define that it is a parallel one or it is a sequential sessions are required. And how many sessions are required? So like when I conduct the workshops for the ServiceNow perspective, so we have like a 5 sessions, 3 hours each to go through the incident management. Day 1, just we show the demo. Day 2, we discuss about the foundation data. Day 3, we discuss about the incident products, incident module. Day 4, major incident. Day 5, notification, SLAs, and portal. So I have these 5 sessions which are in the sequence has been defined so that I can conduct my elicitation. But these 5 sessions has been planned in this area. यहाँ पर सिर्फ on this particular stage, it's only and only execution, nothing else. What you defined earlier, you are going to be executed. So in this, these 2 things are matter. One, guidelines. Second, outcome. That it can be what type of sessions. To do this particular part, we have a few guidelines and the tools. Business analysis approach. Remember, number 1 part, BA planning and monitoring. There we decide the approach. Then existing business information, business analysis information. Stakeholder engagement means to conduct this particular part, you have to take care of these 4 things which we already discussed it. Who is my stakeholder, who is not my stakeholder, who is decision authority, who is the authority for the approvals, and all things will be there. Because when you conduct the elicitation, when you conduct the requirement workshops, then you have to make a decisions as well. Okay guys, everybody agree that we are okay to go with this field? Yes, decision made. Because it is you have to understand that it is a customer based workshops. You cannot say, okay guys, give me a decision by tomorrow or might be ping me in the chat. No. So when we create these presentations, we put a slide at the last. Decision taken, action list. Decision taken that my customer don't want to be change the branding of the service now. My customer don't want to be go for the SSO. This is what the decision has been taken. Action item. My customer will provide me foundation data by 7th of May. POC Angela. Because if you see the outcome for this one is results, but unconfirmed. Why unconfirmed? Because it will be unstructured till now. We are speaking a lot in the workshop. We're gathering, we're noting down everything. But once we get that outcome results, then we have to be sent the formal email, formal documentation. This is what we say minutes of workshop. Thank you guys for attending this meeting. This meeting the workshop was very good. We have taken these actions and decisions. Please confirm so that we can proceed for the story creation. Now, what are the techniques? This is important here because this is our core area. So I'll come back here on this particular part. Yeah. To gather the requirement, these techniques are used. What is benchmarking and the market analysis? Any idea what is the benchmarking and market analysis? Okay, so when we say benchmark means there is a standard has been set by the industry. If what I can say, like let's say Angela did a workshop of incident management in 4 days, or let's say I want to be conduct a workshop for the incident management. I check over the internet, I check the different sources, and everybody say that maximum 3 days agenda or the 4 days agenda will be good to conduct the incident management workshop with the 3 hours per day. That is what the benchmark. And we used the market analysis as a source. So that by okay, so let me change it a little bit more. Okay. In this particular part, let's say my customer says, I want to be implement payment gateway. Okay, fine. They hired Angela. It is something like Angela's first implementation in the payment gateway. Now she need to be conduct the workshop. She is not aware that how much time she should tell to the client, that it will take 5 days, 10 days, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months. Then what she do? She will do the market research. That is any other customer who implemented the payment gateway. How much time they spent, how much effort they spent, what step they follow. This is what is the market analysis and the benchmarking. To do this course, I need minimum 10 days. That is a market analysis. I cannot go below the 10 days. This is what the market analysis, because I research in the LinkedIn or in the other platform that is anybody conducted the BA workshop kind of a crash course. How much time they put it. So someone says I done in a 7 days. Then I see, oh, 7 days is very good. But how much time every day? So that person mentioned that I took 2 hours approximately every day, 1.5 hours to 2 hours. So now I got an idea that if I have to conduct my elicitation, then I have to do this much. Then the brainstorming. Sometimes what happens, we conduct the workshops where we are not having a proper solution. Then we invite our stakeholders and we give them a solution. Approaches, approach 1, approach 2, approach 3, approach 4. And we ask them to share their inputs on this particular part. That is called the brainstorming. Collaborative games. In the corporate, this is getting more and more hype now. Team games. So if you attend the agile workshops, design thinking workshop, it is not more on the concepts, it's more on the game. So that we can see that how the team is working together. And this will tell you that what are the maximum and the best solution we can propose it. So we conduct some type of games as well to build a confidence, to see that how we can solve a specific problem. Document analysis, another important thing. Before conducting the workshop, we ask our customer, hey, can you provide me these documentations so that I can go through and analyze that what is the gap you have as this process. This is important. If it is not a greenfield implementation, if it is not a fresh implementation, then we ask for the documents. That what you have to show me so that I can easily see that what you are using so that I can start comparing it with the new tool. Focus group. It is kind of a SMEs where I'll involve set of people who work on a specific problem statement but belong to a specific group only. Guys, I'm facing some issue in the UX design. Let me call our design thinking guys and the UX guys. Give them a problem statement and they will think together and then give me solution. Prototyping, modeling, pictures, flows, small POCs. This is part of elicitation. How my form will be look like. Draw in the Visio or draw might be the draw.io or might be draw in a paint and show the boxes. This is what the form will be look like. Prototyping is very much important in this. A lot of time we do the prototyping, wireframing. So these are the few techniques which we use to conduct our elicitation. And once we've done this particular part, and sorry, one thing which I missed out. Workshop. This is very commonly used. Very commonly. Workshop in the simple meaning is like a meeting where we invite our stakeholders, we present the stuff and we get a sign off or get the requirements as well. Mainly commonly used, commonly. So my half of the day go in the workshops only. I follow the proper agenda. I have my deck. I present my deck, discuss slides by slides, show them on the tool or the platform, and then get a requirements. And if someone is hiring for the business analyst, if either in the ServiceNow ecosystem or non-ServiceNow ecosystem, they always ask, do you know that how to conduct the workshops? Because to conduct the workshop, you need to be complete this part. Preparing agenda. If I say, guys, this training has no agenda, will you join this meeting, this call? No, Atul, give us the agenda. So I give you the 5 bullet points. This is what the agenda for this workshop. So this is the another common, this is the not another, I can say this is the main common technique which has been used to conduct the elicitation. And once we done this particular part, then we get the results. Unconfirmed, specifically I'm saying unconfirmed because till that time, you as a business analyst will not send a written and formal documentation to the customer. That is not considered as the results. Once you prepare the email sharing the points, decision, action item, and asking for the sign off, then it is become a confirm. So when I say this, confirm elicitation results. Might be in the meeting we have discussed 20 points. So again, this is sometime what happened that if I am a business analyst, I am doing the workshop, but I am busy in the screen sharing. I am busy in the presentation. I cannot take all the notes. Then I will ask my engagement manager, please take. So in this case, when I say unconfirmed means each and every stuff which has been discussed in that workshop should be noted down. Let's say I put guys. So this is what the incident management process. We have a new, in progress, resolved and closed state. Are you okay? Someone say no, we need a assigned state as well. So this point should be mentioned in the results because it has been discussed now. If someone says no, then we say okay, everybody was agreed on the states of the incident process. So these need to be added here. That is, if you see that these sections are very small, but because this is all the groundwork need to be done. To confirm this, you need plan and information, your knowledge, your expertise, and what are the concept. And also this is required to conduct this part. This is required to confirm the accuracy and consistency and the understanding between all the stakeholders. I ask you a question, guys. Anybody has any question? You said no. No question. It means before closing the recording, but I say, okay, guys, so if all good, let me stop the recording. What is that? That is my confirmation of results. To make sure what I tell you, what you understand, we are on the same page. Accurate, consistent, and understanding is common for us. Because if something goes wrong here, your whole project will be messed. A small misunderstanding can change the whole practice, whole work for everybody. So it is important that when we write these things, results, we write each and every term. And that isn't nowadays what happened that we record these workshop sessions as well. And for the accuracy, we use our ChatGPT, Copilot as well. Generally what I put in small meetings, I note down everything, or I record the session, I pick up the transcript, put in my Copilot and make it as a structured format, and then go through again. Okay, this is what discussed, this is what discussed, this is what discussed. Yes, okay, done. While conducting this part, these elements, what are the elements important here? What are the element important here? Let me come back here. Number one element. Compare your results with the information. So in this particular part, compare means this one. What is the current state? And what information you got? Is this actually matching? Might be current state says that we already have an incident management. But the elicitation says we don't have incident management. It means something is gap. Either this is wrong, either the stakeholder which told me or given me this information in the workshop is giving me wrong information. Because I am a BA, I need to be work from as is to the to be process. If as is not correct, not single source of truth, then how I will go for the to be process. So in this part, number one, we do the compare results with information. It's not that we are going to do line by line. We just do the bullet points comparison, topic points comparison. Okay, this has been done, this has been done, this has been done, this has been done. So that in case anything I missed out, I should pick up in the next session. Oh, sorry guys, we did not discuss about the SSO. Can we have another meeting, or can you confirm that do you have SSO enabled or not? To compare it. Now the next part. Once you get, okay, my information which I have and what I conducted is matching with the information. Now what I go, I'll check the results. Check the results means sorry. Okay. Check the results means that what information I got and what information my other teams are getting it. Might be they're also conducting their workshops. Is this a sync in between? Is there is a correlation in between? In my workshop, finance department says we don't have anything as of now to be track our finance expenses. But when the other team who conduct the session on the other module where the finance team says, no, we have everything on the place. It means the results which I am getting in my elicitation and the results which other teams are getting in the elicitation, why there's a difference? Because our stakeholders are common. One of my stakeholder is in the foundation data, and the same stakeholder is the part of the master data management as well. And in the both places, he gave the reverse answers. Then what is the source of truth? So we compare it. And if required, we go for the further follow-up as well. I'm again saying these 2 or 3 steps are very much important for the BA. Your little bit carelessness create a problem. So once you confirm that yes, this has been discussed and this is what the current state as is process says, and this is what I'm getting a picture, I'm getting a clarity from the workshop is matching me. Let's confirm these results. And then you draft a minutes in the format of agenda or email and send to the customer. Because on the basis of this, you do the risk assessment. Oh, customer don't have a SSO, customer don't have a PCI security compliance, customer don't have a HIPAA policies, or they don't have compliant with ISO. Those are the risks. Customer don't have a dedicated team as well. So what to do? This is what it says. Whenever you conduct the meetings like these workshop meeting, you must send a minutes immediately. My customer says, Atul, I want to bring my legal team on the service now. Okay, I got the requirement. But when I was getting the requirement, I came to know that they don't have any legal representative in the legal team. Boss, then who will be provided with the source, the information? This is a risk. And I have to be evaluate that risk. I have to be check that risk. So that I make sure that whenever I go for the final confirmation, then I should get this thing. So if you see that steps are aligned with each other, once you confirm the results, then you communicate it. Now the next part, communication. How to do the communication? This is you mentioned in your information management approach. SharePoint, shared drive, standard formats, Excel templates, PPT, PDF, email. What will be your approach? This is what we do. Who can access that information? What requirement attributes? Remember a 2 days back course, what we discussed. So all these things will be considered here. And to do this particular part, also one more thing, sorry, in this particular part, sometime to confirm the results, we can have another workshop as well, where we just discuss the decision points, nothing else. Or you send the documents and get a confirmation. Or you set up a meeting for the review as well. Guys, this is what the 20 points. Can we have a quick meeting to be get confirm or quick signed off on this particular part to confirm the results, not a sign off. Sign off to yahan par hoga abhi. Here. Once you confirm your results, then you communicate with the stakeholder. So what it says mainly, it is getting the 100% understanding from the customer or the stakeholder that yes, this is what we discussed, this is what we agreed, this is what the decision taken, and this is what the action item. This step about this. Atul, we are doing this thing day in, day out. Yes, we are doing. But when we talk about the life cycle perspective, we should know that where this has been falling. So now what will be the element in this? See, communication can be done in a way that, okay, guys, I can deliver this session without any presentation. Just speaking without any presentation. Will it be more effective? No. So I introduce the presentations here so that I can communicate with you. So when I'm doing the communication, what are the elements for me? Number one, what will be the format of the communication? Objective of the communication. What will be the objective of this communication? Because in this you start preparing a package. Your decisions, your agreements are going to be bundled and your decision package will be ready. That we conduct 20 workshops and these decisions has been done so that you can align your teams to work on that particular requirements now. So in this particular communication objective is that number one, to get a formal sign off. One thing always remember in the BA area, if you have a documentation, if you have a formal communication with your customer, then nobody can put a finger on you that why you did this. You can say, customer give me sign off and I did this because I have this formal communication. Don't do any work if someone says on the call or the chat. No. If someone says, hey, Atul, can you develop this thing? Yes, I can develop. Immediately send an email and get a confirmation. Because for you, it is just a story, but think from the business perspective. To develop a story, there's a lot of efforts required. Planning, designing, development, production, maintenance. So I never do any work until I have a formal agreement with my customer. Might be it's a one-liner email. Hey, can you confirm that in today's meeting we discussed to be implement the 2 new fields on the incident form? Yes, Atul, I confirm. Done. Now I can go and create a story and give to my development team. This is what is communication says. Communication is key for the business analyst. Okay. Also in this communication, you provide the inputs for the solutioning as well. That what we can do to implement this problem statement. Only inputs, not 100% solutioning. वो अगले step में आएगा. That will be the next step. Not here. Okay. You can use the formal documentations, proper agenda, prepare minutes or kind of a PPT formats, because I work with the customers. They says that after the workshop has been done, the communication should be done in a PPT format. And it contain a table with the 2 fields, actions, confirmation. That's all. Every customer has its own way to do. Then informal communications, informal documentation. Just you put on the chat, oh guys, okay, this is what we discussed, agreed. If someone reply, that's good. Did not reply, then also good. No. If you're sending a communication to your stakeholders, make sure you get at least one response on the top of that. Yes, we are agreed on this. Otherwise, send an email reminder and say, guys, as I did not receive any email, I assume that everybody is okay with this requirements or these decisions. Don't make it as an open-ended thread. Always close that thread, because tomorrow if something goes wrong, you will be the first to consider as a culprit and you will be the victim as well. Have you any formal communication? Yes. Did you receive the sign off? No. Then why you started? Better to do a follow up and say, yes, guys, confirm. Okay. Then you can say. So this is what is the main part. And also, as I said, that sometimes presentation also one of the key. Like I did the presentations after the workshop has been done, just to get this communication clear. And then we send the presentation to the customer and say, this is what we have agreed and your points has been noted down. I'm closing this thread here by taking these as a decision points on me. Then you can communicate the business analysis package. What it means? What you understand from your perspective as a BA, and you make it as a proper package. Guys, you want incident management? Yes, I understand you want incident management. In that you want 2 fields, 1 form, 2 views. This is what we're understanding. Yes. And sometime to get the confirmation, we need to be collaborate with the individuals as well. I know that in this workshop, Angela was speaking a lot because this change is going to be impact to her team. So I can communicate separately with her to collaborate. Sorry, I can collaborate with her separately as well. Hey, Angela, I know that you were speaking a lot in the workshop. Could you please confirm, is my understanding correct? Because I don't want that it should be go. So I can collaborate with you individually as well. Communication take time. 1 day, 2 days, we take time and then we send the notification communications only. I can say minutes can be sent immediately, but to confirm the communication part, it take little time to be get formalized. Then I can do the group collaboration as well. Hey, you two are the part of the same team. Can I have a separate meeting with you guys? Because sometimes what happened in the conducting the illustration, some point did not get clear completely. And stakeholders are getting irritated. Hey, can we move to the next point? Then at the last or after this workshop, you can connect with the two person and say, okay, can you help me to understand this part? I have little doubt on this particular area. See, we are the business analysts. We're not the God. It doesn't mean that every time we understand everything in a one go. So it happens. It happens a lot of time that, okay, guys, I will connect you offline. I'm a little doubt, but let's proceed further, because if you not proceed further, your agenda will not get completed. Or we will have a follow-up call, or we will have a call only with you guys. So this is what the two major elements has been done. And then we got our formal communication. Communicated that what to communicate, what is communicated now. You send the email, you send the presentations, you conduct the review workshops, you conduct the decision workshops, you conduct the formal workshops to close these decisions. That is, it's saying communicated, communicate and communicated. Here the results are confirmed. Here it's unconfirmed. Here confirmed, and those confirmed has been communicated now. Started from me, hand over to you. This is what I communicate. And the last is stakeholder. Because after communication as well, there might be some other problems came, might be some other discussions came. So this particular stuff says whenever you are, because the number this fourth point, I'm talking about this one. Elicitation, the collaboration is mainly on your behavior, your skill, your relationship with the stakeholders matter. Sometimes few stakeholders did not speak in the workshop, but they connect with you one-to-one. Hey, you are saying this thing, I want to understand a little bit more on that. Can you give me a little demo or the POCs on this particular part? So in this particular, basically, we decide, not decide, but we say, okay, the decision, this one. The package has been sent, the decision package has been sent, that this is what has been discussed. Can someone give me the authority, or can someone from the stakeholder who authorized to make this decision? Yes, Atul, we are agreed with this. Please proceed further. If I send an email to 20 stakeholders, I cannot expect that 20 should say yes. I put 1%, 2%, the two and say, guys, can you confirm it? This is what is the engagement says here. And also why this is important here, in case you have some assumptions, you have some risk, you have some constraints in your workshop, who can help you on that? This is what is come here. Stakeholder collaboration. Because the stakeholder to whom we are speaking now, they will be with you till the time it's go live or their BAU started. They will be with you. So it is a good time when you make the more collaborative work. And in this, what is important to be understand is that if you have a poor relationship, then you might did not get the right information. See, we all are the human being. It can be ego problem. It can be hierarchical problem. It can be designation problem. We are human being. We can't deny these parameters. Might be in my stakeholder list, there is a one person who always be negative in my workshops. He don't want that I should get succeed here. If I say something, start speaking in between. No, 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 Atul, no, 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 Atul, do this thing. No, no, do this thing, do this thing. So I have to make sure that I build a healthy relationships, a good relationship. And for that, you can follow that stakeholder diagram. Cat, dog, hippo, eagle, rabbit, penguin, dog. Those are important here because to manage the stakeholder, you know that what will be my future state, who is going to be support me in the future as well. See, only workshop is not my area. To make sure that this decision, these packages has been developed and put in the live as well. So that is what is important. And as I say that we as a human being are sometimes egoistic. I don't want this change, but my management put me in this particular discussion. So I start putting negative points only. Can service now do this thing? Can this standard do this thing? Can I do this thing? Can I do this thing? To make sure to make a negative environment. So you as a BA need to be tackle that situations as well. If someone is saying so much negative, you can say, okay, let's have a one-to-one collaboration to understand his point. One negative thought in the workshop can spoil everybody in a minute. So in this area, it is important for a BA to make sure that whenever you're conducting the workshops, you greet everybody well. It's not like not like kind of buttering. No, it's not buttering. It's like to make a good relationship. I have previous experience in my batches where 5 or 7 students, whenever I close the class, they never say thanks. They just disconnect the call and go. That's fine. But shall I stop my etiquettes, my greetings? No. I still take their name and say, okay, good morning, everybody. How are you doing? All the things. So relationship is important. Now, what are the elements which is important here? To get them. So not only manage. The thing is that by using this technique, by using this approach, you need to get the agreements. That is what important. Buttering will not work. Your skill, your relationship, your commitments will work. So if I'm managing my stakeholder, while managing my stakeholders, I should get the agreements and the commitments. Yes, Atul, I'm allocated Angela. She will work with you to get the foundation data. This is what is the agreement on the commitments. We are not talking about just 5 or 7 people. I work with the project where we implemented 7 to 10 modules for a customer. It's a $1 billion revenue customers. All people are well experienced, 30, 35, 40 years experience, guys. So I want a commitment on my works. Because my work is to just gather the information and work like a bridge. To work like a bridge, I have to make sure that I have a other person as a supporting here. So the first element is that agreement on the commitments. That is what the first element of this particular stakeholder collaboration. Then from time to time, you need to be see that how my stakeholder collaboration is going on. You should monitor it. It's a long time I did not connect with that person. Let me ask that is everything is going good with them. Let's say I send a agree points to Shamila. 5 days, 10 days gone, 20 days gone. She did not reply back. Let me see. Is all good with her? Where she's stuck? She needs some input. She's out from the project. She's not well. She's not in the company. What is happening? This is what the engagement says. Because you cannot hold the decisions for a long time. There is a timelines. So when I prepare my workshop agenda, I put this decision must become, and I ask the date from the customer in the workshop by 8th of May. I put that 8th of May. If it did not come by 8th of May, I raise a risk. Requirement getting delayed, so implementation might be get delayed as well. It's all about stakeholders, engagement, communication only. Then work as a team. You as a BA cannot work alone. Neither stakeholder as a stakeholder work alone. We had to be work a collaborative manner. This is important. Collaboration. If you need them, reach out. If they need you, reply them. Give them a meeting. So what I do generally in my experience, I have at least 15 minutes to 20 minutes call with my key stakeholders every week. Might be they cancel that call on the day, that's fine. But it should be in their calendar so that we can work collaboratively. We are the person, we are the user who asks the requirement to our product owners. But if you did not collaborate with them, you will not able to work. Regular connects are equally important. One more thing also, being a BA, you know that where the customer is facing more problem. If you work in a collaborative manner, you can get the business for your company as well. Hey, customer are stuck in the CRM side and we have expertise here. Let me involve my CRM experts and get this project for our company. Because of collaboration, because of relationships, because of engagement. So this is what is come here. And to build the engagement, have a collaborative games. Nowadays, there's a fancy term started in the industry, off-site meetings, where the senior leadership go outside of the office 2 or 3 days, might be some in the resort, somewhere in the good hotels, might be somewhere in the hilly area, where they just discuss about the strategies. No office, no emails, nothing. And they invite us as well nowadays as a consultants. Hey, you also join with us. Let's make a strategic work together. Because it's all about value and co-creation of the value as well. ठीक है, clear हो गई everybody? I'm sure it's not too heavy, but it is important to understand. Doubt, question, clarification. Okay, no problem. Let me stop the recording. Anything in the chat before I say? Okay, nothing.